It's late and it's night and it's craft talk time.
Yeah, we're only 4 minutes and 48 seconds from the show.
I know.
Lost count.
You can't like say exactly because it changes within a second.
I know, it's just so fast paced. This is a fast paced show, let me tell you.
No, oh my gosh, you guys, we have a great show for you tonight. I'm very excited for you to see our show.
Yes, tonight's guest we have back, Dr. Kadel. And he is from hashtag Get Fit and Be Lean. That is in the posts we have right now for those of you watching us on Facebook and YouTube.
I know, right? I'm so excited.
Yep.
I'm very excited for everyone to see his progress. He's done so much since you guys have seen him last.
Oh, yes. He actually started this back on January 1st, and he'll talk about that. We'll be talking about that actually. And, we had him on the show back about early February when we had the COVID-19 episode. We were taking an audience Q&A on COVID. And now he's back and he's actually started this and he's lost over 40 pounds since January.
Pretty impressive. Impressive.
He's going to come on sharing some of his videos that he has on the internet and ways you can get hold of him and watch his progress. And we'll be reviewing that tonight. And just a great pleasure to have Dr. Kadel back. And he's a fun dude.
Yes. I'm so excited. Goodness.
Yep. So Savea, what's your exercise routine? How much can you bench?
I can bench. I can sit on a bench for about 15 minutes and then my butt starts to hurt. So I usually stand up. Gotcha.
I was actually on this exercise kick about 11 years ago. I could bench I was benching about 300 pounds. I was ripping. I want that James back.
You want that James back? Well, you could always start. There's always, you could always go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I am going to follow Dr. Kadel's advice tonight. Get the groundwork, just like the rest of our audience tonight. Folks, don't forget to share the show right now.
Yes, please share. Sharing is caring. And you guys are going to have, it's almost like a service announcement for your friends because you're like, hey, check this out. This is working for this guy. It could work for you too.
Yep. All right. We need you, Maya, the president of the Late Night Craft Talk Friday Monster Hunter Ninja Conquer Squad.
that drink hot chocolate.
Yep. Remember, share, tag your friends.
Yes.
Say greatest show ever. Forever. Yes, tonight. Seriously, folks, tonight we're going to have some great info tonight for you. This is one of those standout shows. This is going to rank almost right up there with the Savea birthday show.
I know. And you know what? Actually, I'm very excited to tell you about what's going on what happened this week at the store.
I bet.
Yeah.
Okay. It's fun stuff. Savea.
Oh.
All right, 1 minute and 25 seconds till countdown.
Oh my goodness, we have so much to talk about, guys. You guys are going to have a really great show. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. Actually, what's the math here? We are at, 30, 40. We're going to be at 40 seconds right now. 40 seconds from countdown. Actually, that'd be 1 minute from countdown. 10 and 1 minute. Yeah, whatever the math is. I hate math. I need a calculator. I'm going to do it.
I know.
3, 2. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're at like 45 seconds. I was right that time.
Just a few seconds away.
Just a few seconds away. All right, folks, better hurry up. Get those shares done. I'm doing it right now myself. Tag, get her done.
Share.
Yep. Come on, clock, go quicker. Actually, don't go quicker. We're too fast-paced. So I'm trying to think of a joke to tell Savea right now while you kill time. Hey, Savea.
Hey, do you have a dad bod joke?
No.
You should tell a dad body joke.
Not in 5 seconds, because folks, get ready to count down with us. Ready, Savea?
I know. Ready?
Go. 10,
9, 8,
7. So count down with us, folks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Showtime!
Woo-hoo!
It's time for Late Night Craft Talk. with hosts Savea Kamori-Yang and James Hermes. On tonight's show, Dr. Frank Kadel is back with us from Get Fit, Be Lean. You know, I wanted to get in shape, but I decided I'm going to try a British gym. I gained 5 kilos and lost 70 pounds. All right, folks, let's get the fun started and start the show. How you doing, Savea?
Doing good. Oh my gosh. Hey. So hey everyone. For those of you who haven't watched our show before, we do the show every week at 10 p.m. and we do this for you, just for you.
For you, baby. For you.
We just spend all this time. This is like our full-time job. All we do is just do this for you.
This is Savea and I every week between 11 p.m. on Friday night and 10 p.m. the following Friday.
Yeah, we just work on this the whole time.
Ready, Savea? Much longer we got? Oh, 5 days.
Yes, okay. Yes. Keep the countdown active.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When the show's done, we turn that clock around. We got that long to make something amazing.
James, look how purple my hair is. That's really purple.
Yes, it is. I wonder why.
Yeah. So, hey, make sure that you like our pages and follow us on our Facebook and Instagram. Are you on Instagram? Are you on Instagram, James?
Not yet. Mostly it's YouTube and Facebook.
Okay.
I do have an Elk Rack Traders Facebook page or Instagram. I actually do. It's not real active. I got to get a model to post stuff there. So I got to redo the business model a little bit.
Yeah. So make sure to follow us on Facebook, make sure to follow us on YouTube, and you will be entertained and you will be very happy. James, what's going on with Elk Rack Traders this week?
So obviously right now I am actually not live right now because folks will give it away. We're pre-recording the show right now. I am on the Green River in Canyonlands National Park. If you look up a place called Turk's Head on the map along the Green River in Canyonlands National Park, I'm about ballpark there right now between there and the confluence of Colorado River. And but Elk Rack Traders is open. ElkRackTraders.com is open, and you'll see us there. And you will also see us at the Bulls Only Rodeo the second weekend of October. You'll see us there. And you'll see us also in October and December. You'll see at the Palm Springs Village Fest in downtown Palm Springs on Thursday nights.
Cool.
Awesomeness. Well, yeah. Okay. So that's what's going on. They're not allowed to say because we're not going to predict the future here. So what's going? Just to say, not to mention predicting the future. Savea's what's going on with Dancing Bear.
So we just finished our first weekend of the Shop Hop. And it's been amazing, and we're so excited about that.
What was your favorite customer story or your favorite people to talk to from the Shop Hop?
So every year we see our same customers that we haven't seen in many times. So it's really actually very exciting. It's lots of fun. And it's just one of those times when you get to see people you don't see for a full year. And this time it's been 2 years now because we didn't have a Shop Hop in 2020. So it's been really fun to see people we haven't seen in a while. And
absolutely.
We just love seeing our customers and seeing friends. And so this is actually we're excited about this. Is the second weekend. James, your phone is not muted.
I'm guilty.
Dang it. So we're really excited about this. I mean, this is our chance to see our friends. So that's what's going on, and we're really excited about it.
Absolutely. One thing I'm gonna like is when I get back from the Green River, I'll be sharing some fun photos. Folks, this is a trip I did last September. For those our longtime viewers, or those of you that have caught up to all our shows at this point, it's a trip I do in Southeast Utah every September, and it's God's country. I'm going to be sharing some cool stuff when we get back here on the last Friday, which should be next week.
I know, right?
Yes.
We're already so far into the year.
Absolutely. I know. Jeez. Okay. Should we just go ahead and jump into the interview right quick?
Yeah, so we have our guest.
We have our guest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Dr. Kadel from Get Fit and Be Lean. Dr. Kadel, we love that you're back.
Yay, Dr. Kadel!
Do a little fix here and ready. And on this week's show, we have Dr. Frank Kadel from Get Fit, Be Lean.
Yay.
Dr. Kadel, let's say hello. Welcome. There you are. Welcome back to Late Night Craft Talk, Dr. Kadel.
Hi.
Thank you so much. Really good to be back here.
You are looking awesome.
I'm looking totally different than I was last time I was here. Back on my birthday, I shaved my head and my beard.
Wow.
Did your dog recognize you?
My dog, unfortunately, has gone across the Rainbow Bridge. But yeah, I've had one in the past that when I shaved my beard, barked at me when I came in the room, and my kids cried.
Did at least your wife or your neighbors go, "Hey, who's that stranger?"
I've had people where I work. I walk in and they're like introducing themselves to me. It's pretty funny.
Well, you could have done that. You could have done the evil Spock approach from the alternate universe in Star Trek, and go, "Hello, I'm Dr. Kadel. You Dr. Evil Kadel."
I've always said it was my evil twin brother Hank.
That is really funny.
So you have gotten very active on TikTok this year.
Actually, yes, I didn't join until January 1st, and I have watched other people participate in other venues online and been a little jealous of how they seem to just fit right into that milieu of social networks. And so I had a plan and a program that I developed that I wanted to kind of promote and get out there. So I took the opportunity with TikTok being a relatively new medium. And it's been actually quite exciting because a number of my own heroes have joined since I've been there. And I've had comments that were liked by folks like Patrick Stewart and most recently, Bob Weir.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, that's right. Bob Weir responded to one of my comments. So even though my followers don't actually watch all my videos, but I feel like a TikTok star because Bob Weir noticed me.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Doing this, and you've had this going with the Get Fit, the hashtag Get Fit Be Lean. Doing this since you were on the show back in the late winter or late winter, and right now, I'm just looking at your TikTok. You have 1,328 followers and several really good videos. You document your weight loss as well as answering viewer questions for people that follow you on their questions.
Once they came out with the Q&A tab, I really tried to solicit questions from my audience because unfortunately, there is a whole lot of bad information out there. And people really are given the wrong idea. And they're given it by people who are not educated, not trained, don't understand nutrition or exercise physiology. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to offer a little counterbalance to that.
And thank goodness you are. It's just like we've gone from people that graduate from YouTube University to TikTok University. And you are one of the exceptional, great exceptions to the plethora and sea of bad advice that can be found everywhere. Thank you. So that's awesome.
You're welcome.
And how active is your YouTube channel?
I only have one video that had more than 0 views, and that was just a short 7 or 10 second blip. YouTube is wasn't where I was focused on. I didn't even start doing that until I realized I could switch my TikTok videos over there. But I am on Twitter, and I have been active on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook, and I post on Facebook pretty regularly, although most of my followers there are people that I know personally through my life and profession.
Gotcha. Kind of like the viewers of the show. We got, I was about to make a joke about how most of our viewers are family members from Surveyor, but no, we actually have a large self-effacing jokes are my favorite. We have a very large following. It's we love our audience. They're awesome.
Yes.
I think
well, it's not actually a joke. I have more followers on TikTok than I have views on most of my videos. But I did have one video where I talked about the fact that when you gain weight, your fat cells increase in both size and number. But when you lose weight, your fat cells get smaller, but stay the same in number. And that video got over 250,000 views.
Wow. That's impressive. Wow.
That's
so explain to me how that works. That's probably really a very interesting topic to talk about.
It's kind of counterintuitive, but the reality is that when your fat cells are getting bigger because you have energy imbalance, you're taking in more than you're expending. What happens is those cells start saying, well, there's only so much I can take on here. And they send out chemicals to cells in your body that can become anything, what we call mesenchymal pluripotential cells. They can develop into almost anything. And those cells will then join the group of adipocytes or white fat cells that form the majority of the mass on our hips and our stomachs and all of those things that we don't like. Now, once they're formed and differentiated, they don't just die off because you have an energy imbalance the other way. What happens is they'll get smaller, but they have a certain lifespan of 7 to 10 years. And so they just stick around when they're small. And boy, it really seemed like nobody had ever heard that, because I got a lot of challenge on that from TikTok, which really helped me because I have to go back then and review the research. And what I learned was that the research is not really easily accessible to people. So I put a link in my profile where you can go to my bibliography and look directly at the articles that I have read and the scientific background for the things that I say. And this allows people who have any kind of challenge or disbelief to go to the source and see that, I have certain stringent standards that I apply to medical research before I consider it to be knowledge and things that should be disseminated. And my real hope was with the pandemic that people would recognize that science is not, isn't like a flower. It doesn't bloom all developed. It takes time and people have to learn and study and then relearn. Nobody seems to have picked up on that, but I hope springs eternal. So I remain optimistic. But I focus mainly on my program, Get Fit and Be Lean. And it is a 2-part program. The calisthenics are only one side of it. The nutrition is equally important. And in fact, on my TikTok videos, you see a lot of nature shots, things that I'm sure James is very familiar with. I get out, I hike, I camp. I really like to try to decompress a little bit. And that is another part of this, because it turns out that stress and anxiety generate hormones within us that signal our body to save fat because things are going wrong and we're getting stressed and nervous. And we're always worried as an organism, as a biological evolutionary product, of starving to death. And so our goal is to store that stuff for later.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds like a plasticine trait that we've carried over the 21st century.
At some point for most of us, somewhere back there was an ancestor who only survived because of their ability to gain weight.
Mm-hmm.
I could make so many jokes there. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at some of your TikToks and document your weight loss since January up to August. And we'll go ahead and let me share, and we'll go through the videos. For the audience, we're going to have the videos muted. These are videos that we've taken from almost every month. Some we have 2 videos from the month, but we've taken a video from every month starting with January up through July to document Dr. Kadel's weight loss. And a special note when you watch these, and Dr. Kadel, I'm sure you'll be talking about each one. We'll have them muted so you can talk about it. And notice that the energy level he has in each video as we progress, and watch that. So audience, take special note of that. So let me get that. Let me get that queued up here right quick. So here's the first video. if you want to go ahead and let us know about this.
So I started with 3 simple exercises, and I will admit that I do have experience with these. I learned them in the military 30, 40 years ago. And sit-ups, push-ups, jumping jacks, these are exercises that you can adjust to your own ability. And I try to maintain some optimism there. And looks like that video stopped, so you may want to move forward. But
yeah,
as I went
I'm letting you
forward,
explain each one, and then we move on when you're ready to go to the next video.
okay, so you see the 3 important exercises here that I started with, and I started doing them every other day. So I didn't even work out every day. And all of these exercises can be adjusted to your own abilities. If you can't do a full push-up, you can go against a counter or a high table, lean over from your ankles, keep your body straight, and just do a push out. If you can't do a full sit-up, you lay flat on your back with your knees bent and just lift your shoulder blades up off the ground. Or if you can't do a full jumping jack, all you have to do is lift your arms up over your head and push up on your toes. And you can, most people can do these simple exercises every other day. And then as you gain in energy, as I did, if you can continue to lose, as I have, you can increase the difficulty, the frequency, so that you can really see a change in my physical fitness over the time that I've been doing this for the last 8 months or so.
Okay, let's go and move on to the second video. Here we have the first one still queued up. Let me go to the second one.
And this one shows the transition for 6 months. You can see that I've dropped a number of pounds. It's really started to change the way I look. And you can see that I'm really doing these exercises more vigorously as time has gone on. I've added additional exercises with the deep knee bends and the stair steps. And these also are exercises that you can adjust. If you don't have the ability to do this, you can just step forward and step back. If you can't do a full knee bend, you find a high chair and just stand up from that chair and then sit back down. And this allows, I think, anybody to kind of adopt these exercises with adjustments for their own limitations. And that's really important. I want to stress that there is no equipment. There is no enrollment. There is no subscription. You don't need any membership. It doesn't really even require all that much space. Most people can do this in their homes or outside. They can do it even in their own bedroom. And that was important to me because I look online and I see, since the gyms have closed, a lot of people have invested all this money and turned their garage into a multi-engine gymnastic extravaganza. And I think that's really cool. I wouldn't mind having one, but I'm not trying to promote that. I'm trying to promote everybody's opportunity to take advantage of something that, you know, anyone can do.
Yeah, I understand. It sounds like, you know, get fit, be lean, not become 1980s Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, yeah, I mean, even like when I was in high school and was doing the exercises, when we were doing the teams I was in, we'd have to run up and down the stairs. We'd have to do exercises when we're doing tennis. We'd run from side to side, and we do different exercises that didn't seem, you know, you could do them anywhere really. So that is a really good thing to think of, is that you don't have to go to the gym to get exercise.
Well, the fact is that every military in history can't be wrong. And these are the exercises that you're going to do in boot camp and in firefighting academies, in police academies, in militaries all over the world. And that's because everybody can adjust these to their own ability. It's because you can increase the difficulty in all of these exercises, which I have done as time has gone on. And most importantly, you can really see a difference from just doing it every other day. And I've increased as time has gone on, and I've added additional exercises. And I don't know if I show any of those particular videos in this series, but now anybody can come on with me And the nice thing about the TikTok platform is they can actually stitch or duet their own videos with mine. So they can show themselves working out with me. And I had a guy from Michigan do that, adopted my workout, and he rows every day. So it was pretty exciting to me to see him getting a good workout from what I do.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah, all right, let's go to the next video. So here's it's already queued up. Here's the next one.
So this is what I call the non-scale victories. And you can see here, this is my heart rate. And my heart rate a year and a half ago was up in the 70s and 80s at rest, sometimes even the 90s. And I was having irregular heartbeats. And now my heart rate is down below 60 when I am at rest. And that is a good overall marker of your general cardiovascular fitness. There's medications that can affect your heart rate and lots of diseases that can impact it. But in general, to get it down that low shows that there's an overall physiologic response to this process, which is a two-part process. And none of the videos that we have here really focus on the dietary aspects, but that has been a big part of the program.
Yeah, to bring on the videos of the dietary, I mean, that's a whole other show right there. This area is so broad and so really and that important too. But that was maybe we can bring you on for a future show a little later on.
I'd probably be willing to come back. I'll have to pencil you into my busy schedule.
Well, you like us. Come on. You like us. Maybe not Savea, but me.
He's so mean.
I gotta get my lick in there, Savea.
I'm surprised he can get somebody to work with him.
I know, right? I just have to kind of pretend that I ignore it.
It must be that you're so nice. That's the obvious corollary.
Yeah, I think that's
very tolerant. All right, let's move on to the next slide. So we have here's the next video. I believe this is probably next to the last.
And so this is a shot of the transition, and this was at the 6-month point, and now I'm at coming up on 8 months, so it's continued. You can see I shaved my head and cut my beard off too, so that probably dropped like 3-4 pounds right there.
So why did
I thought that was what was it? Henry was your evil twin?
Hank.
So why did you decide to shave and cut your hair?
It's 120 degrees outside, and really the only reason that I ever let it grow that long was because of COVID, not going to the barber, and then it just kind of perpetuated itself. And I ride a motorcycle and have kind of, that image, so it kind of fit in with that. But no, my family was very excited. My daughter really enjoyed shaving my head. That was actually, I had gotten 1,000 followers on TikTok, and when you do that, you can go live. So that was my first live video on TikTok, was letting my daughter shave my head.
Oh, I bet she loved that. What kind of bike you ride?
I ride a BMW R1150 RT.
Okay.
Quality German engineering.
Well, that it is. Yabo. All right, let's go ahead and show. I believe we have the last slide coming up. I'm going to go ahead and share it now.
If I plug them hard enough, maybe they'll give me one. So I just want to talk about how great BMW motorcycles are.
It's working for us in Quarantinos, our show sponsor.
Nice. I hope you achieve that. That would be wonderful.
Oh, we're probably going to net you another 10 million followers.
I think
Craft Talk push.
Well, you think with how much I talk about Disney, they would just give me a free annual pass, but that hasn't happened yet.
That hasn't happened.
Well, we have a lifetime pass to the Quarantinos amusement parks.
Yeah, but those rides aren't that safe. Have you seen the movie Adventure Park, or have you heard about? I think it was called Adventure Park or Action Park. That's how the Quarantino is. It's really dangerous. It's like you have a slide where there's like a big gap, and you just have to kind of jump over it while you're sliding, and it's just yeah.
They like to make it more adventurous. It's a slide with razor blades and rubbing alcohol at the bottom. It's part of the water park.
Keeps the water clean.
The going on in the background.
Oh, that's exciting.
It's because we're by the action park.
I was talking about my motorcycle, and they finally found out where I was. They're like, "There's that guy with the R1150 RT."
Breaking the law.
He's like, oh yeah, that person.
I was about to say, it sounds like 10 times a day at Quarantino's Adventure Park with the siren is going by Surveyor's shop.
Yeah, I was going by my shop because it's by the action park for Quarantino's. Some person probably fell off that slide.
What's wrong with their bungee jump with that bungees?
I don't know. It's like that net. Sometimes there's a little hole and it just kind of expands. When people fall on it, they just go right through.
One of the sayings at Quarantino's Adventure Park with the bungee jump is no net.
You land on your money, head. You take some chances.
Just land on your head. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the last slide here. The last of the TikTok videos, and we have a graph.
So what are we saying?
So this is as I've gone on, and I'm doing a set of about, I think, 9 exercises, plus I'm walking every day, about a mile. And this has really continued to help me be successful. I try to really emphasize the different characteristics of the workout as I film this. And I film almost every day, at least 4 or 5 days a week. And I do that so that people can understand this may be a little boring. It's supposed to be routine. That's where you get the name workout routine. It's not dramatic in a single day. It can be a little tedious, and there are days I don't even want to work out. And I posted a video about that, not wanting to do the exercises.
Yeah.
But this is one of my most recent workouts, and you can see I've really made, I'm doing way more exercises of each one.
That's the one in particular I wanted to point out to the audience right before we started the clips from TikTok, is to show just the amount of energy you're putting into it over time. And since that's one of your most, if not your most recent video, just how much quicker you are at it. You get a certain pace, but then it's like somebody kicked fast forward just a little bit. Yeah. So it definitely shows in that last video.
You know, when I post one of these 3-minute videos, it includes almost my entire workout. I mean, the walk is a 20-minute walk, but the actual exercises, almost all of them are in that 3-minute video. So this isn't something that anybody needs to take a vacation to get started on, or, you know, quit their job so they can do. This is, I've been working, I got a family. I have incorporated this into my daily routine. Initially, I did it in the evenings, but then it got really hot here. So I've been getting up pretty early to do it. Not my routine, not what I like to do, but it's about the only way to do it. I like to do it outside. I could do it inside, but I just prefer to be outside when I work out.
Okay. So I think we still have the one that starts off with the, I believe it's the weight.
The weigh-in? Or is it just the shot? There might just be a photograph of the graph.
I can get that up. So let me go and get the weigh-in right quick. So let's go and go to that last one. Let me get it queued up here. Okay. So let me go to that video right quick. We'll take a look at that because that's kind of like the grand finale here. That one?
And that shows, I think that's the 6 month. And what I'll do for my weekly weigh-ins is I will show the graph every week. I will show the scales every week to show people what I'm doing, and to let them understand that if I only lose, 0.4 of a pound in any given week, that's okay. It's not about some kind of dramatic transition in a short period of time. If you want to lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks, I am not the guy for you. And whoever's telling you that, it's probably not explaining that you're not going to lose fat anyway, because your body doesn't burn fat that quickly.
No, it's just and lose that much in a week is there's a lot of things wrong with that. At least.
So yes, there's a photograph of the graph that I keep, and I've been doing this on
this one,
Excel, I think, a spreadsheet, and you can see the graph, and the graph is not a lot of dramatic ups and downs. You can see on the bottom is the average weekly weight loss. It is just one straight line, anywhere between 0.2 or 0.4 pounds. I've been up to 3 pounds, but that was back when I was first starting. And typically I'm about a half a pound a week now that I've lost a significant amount of weight. But It's been about 1.5 pounds a week that I've achieved since January 1st through a combination of calisthenics and portion control with a focus on fresh vegetables, 2 servings at lunch and 2 servings at dinner, as well as lots of fresh fruit and lean protein sources. And I got to admit, everything else, I've eaten everything imaginable since I started this program. And that's because trying to eliminate the things that I like is not going to help me achieve a long-term goal. So I've eaten ribs and bacon cheeseburgers and chocolate souffle and Ben and Jerry's ice cream and jelly beans. Now, I don't eat all of that every day. And I don't eat the quantities that I used to eat when I would just sit down with a multi-serving container of whatever food it was. Now I take a single serving out and I either weigh it or count it, whatever it says on the package. And I have one of those, and I find that it's very satisfying. I'm actually spent a lot of time just contemplating how satisfied I feel and how full I am after a breakfast of just grapefruit or after a lunch of just salad and maybe some yogurt or something. I'm satisfied. I'm not starving myself. I'm not fasting myself. I'm not cleansing or doing coffee enemas or some kind of crazy stuff. I mean, you find things on the internet, it's unbelievable that people will pay to do this to themselves. No protein shakes, no supplements, and so far I've lost 49 pounds.
That's outstanding. Just because it's on the internet. Of course, right now we're on the internet. Do you have when you with your food intake, do you have a cheat day?
I don't believe in cheat days because the problem is, that indicates that you're cheating on something. And like I said, I believe firmly a diet is something that somebody has, not something they are on. If you're on a diet, you're inevitably going to get off the diet. And most people are going to regain the weight after that. The literature is pretty clear, particularly with keto and some of the more dramatic diets. They're just, in the long term, you rebound so quickly once you start eating like you want to eat. And so, no, I really try to avoid the idea of a cheat day. I am aware if I go out to eat to a really nice restaurant of the potential for increased calorie intake. And frequently I'll section that food off when it's served so that I know, okay, this is going home in a box because I love this stuff. And this is what I'm going to eat right now. And it gets me full. Being full is a very complex neurologic conjunction of your stomach and stretch receptors and the transmitters and your eyes and how your mind thinks about food. So if you are on a cheat day and you're not going to get to eat tomorrow because you're only on a cheat day one day a week, well, then you're going to eat way more than you might even need to be full.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask the question again. I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead.
So my buzzer just went off, and what I've been doing recently, from a suggestion from a friend, is that I've actually been keeping myself on a schedule of when I try to eat my meals. So, like, say at 8 a.m., 8 in the morning, I eat a breakfast. Noon, I eat my lunch. 4, I have a snack, and 6 p.m. I have a dinner. So, what about scheduling? What's your thoughts on scheduling like meals?
I think it's really important, particularly early in any kind of restriction program, that you eat on a regular basis so that you can teach your body that it's not going to be a crisis if things are 30 minutes late, because you are going to eat. And you have to remember that if you've lost any kind of weight, your body is starting to think, oh my gosh, we're starving. And so if a meal is an hour or 2 hours late, you think, oh, I got to eat as much as I possibly can. Yeah. And I benefit from having a pretty regular schedule. And so that has helped me a great deal. I know that my meal is coming, but a lot of it is decreasing the anxiety that builds up in your body as a result of thinking, oh, am I going to get that next meal? Is it going to be enough? And I keep all the foods that I eat around. I'm not trying to lock myself away from. I like food. I like all kinds of food, but I don't need to eat every kind of food there is today. And having that schedule can help me eat breakfast food in the morning and eat my lunch at lunch, and really does impact the overall ability to maintain this in the long term, which is what's important.
It's definitely not the approach that would be millennials would call YOLO and FOMO. You want some fear of missing out food wise.
There's a big intermittent fasting movement online, and the research is infant stage. I mean, it really doesn't show, any kind of long-term results, but there are people out there really pushing skipping breakfast and having a 14 or 16-hour day of not eating. And I like to eat. I don't really understand why anybody would try to come up with that process when you can just have a smaller meal of the foods you like and achieve the energy imbalance, which is what burns fat. Energy imbalance. Intaking less than you put out.
What I love is that the thing is you're consistent. Your goal is to be fit, get fit, be lean. It's not to reach a target goal and say, okay, I'm there, and then let it loose. You're continuing effort. I'm sure that this is going to be part of your daily routine, basically in perpetuity.
The idea is to change your overall habits, and so many people have a pretty pathologic relationship with food. And one of the questions I ask is, what need do you meet when you eat? Are you really meeting a nutritional need, or are you meeting an emotional need, or are you bored, or are you meeting a social need because you're out at a relative's house and you don't want them to think they don't like your food? What need are you meeting when you eat?
You nailed it right there. I mean, part of it's psychological right there. There's some people that do it ties into your anxiety, but as far as like, say, your relative's house, unless you want to face grandma's chocolate, you better have to make a little exception, make it up later. I'd rather forgo that than get the pain of the flip flop thrown at you.
Yeah.
And that's another need that people meet, a creative need, or a nurturing need. And so we need to identify those things so that we can not avoid them, not destroy them, just incorporate them into a long-term, ongoing routine program. And with the workout, routine is the word. You got to have the time of day that you get your activity in, and I don't really care what the activity it is. And what I say at the end of many of my videos is just get out, walk, hike, cycle, jog, swim, move. Movement is the opposite of death. Do whatever it takes.
Mm-hmm. That's great advice.
What if you said movement's the opposite of death? What if you're death, but you fell off a cliff and you're still moving?
Well, that's gravity.
STEM science.
I
thought it was funny.
All right. Yeah. So I think that we're about done for this show, huh, James?
Yeah, this is the end. Dr. Kadel, we would love it if you come back on and just talk about the diet portion.
Yes.
I have whole videos that are made up of nothing but what I eat, and I have videos of me unboxing our shipment that we get in from Imperfect Foods, where it's all kinds of leafy green vegetables, and I would love to spend a show just talking about food. This show, really, I wanted to focus on the exercise portion of Get Fit and Be Lean, but it is a two-step, two-part program. So yes, the other part is very important.
Yeah, we would definitely want to have you back on in February or December to cover that part. We want to wait too long for our audience, because they're going to get a lot from this, and they're definitely going to want to watch part 2 of this show. Folks,
I'd love to get questions. If they don't want to wait for me to come on here and answer them, they can come on to my TikTok account. There's a Q&A tab. I try to post a video in response to any serious questions. And they can catch me on Twitter. They can catch me on YouTube. I try to be out there so that people can learn. how to make a change, because it's a serious problem. Obesity comes with a raft of different complications in the long term, including diabetes and hypertension. And, those are not the reasons that I do this. I do this because I want to be able to move. I want to be able to get down in the cupboard move things around without getting short of breath and having to stand back up.
Yeah, that's an important thing right there. All right, folks, if you want to get hold of Dr. Kadel, you can find him on, of course, Twitter and TikTok. You can find him at, the @ Get Fit in Be Lean. We will have that. Granted, it's wrong on the graphics we have on the show, but if you look at the post here on YouTube or Facebook, you will get the correct one. And it's also in the opening of the show and the closing of the show. We'll have the correct graphic on there, but it is # Get Fit in Be Lean. You'll see it right there. And you can follow Dr. Kadel on Twitter and TikTok. He does do a Q&A on his TikTok. And you do some lives, you said earlier. So you can do that.
I do some lives, and I generally try to promote those on my other videos in a week beforehand.
Yeah. And we'll also have Dr. Kadel back later in the fall, probably in November or early December. Dr. Kadel, second time on the show. Thank you. It has been fantastic.
Thank you so much. Great information.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to spread the word about fitness and health and nutrition and feeling good and doing well.
I love it when you're on the show, man. All right. So with that, we're going to go ahead and start closing the show, folks. Leave comments. I'm sure Dr. Kadel will be reading it, loving it. And we want to hear from you. Any stories you got or anything like that, leave it in the show comments. And Dr. Kadel, again, thank you. And you know the routine when we close the show, got to dance to the closing.
Yes, we dance.
We dance. So with that, folks, this has been another episode of Late Night Crap Talk. See you next week. All right. And let's get ready to the dance. Buttons missing. Too many buttons. I'll push this button like George Jetson. And we dance. Cue tap dance. Aw, ain't he cute?